Hey, buddy. This is Adams. My name's Adam Corey, and this is Adams Daily Vlog Nights Daily. And during these vlogs, we're going to be excuse me. I'm going to be talking about what I did today, if I had a good day. And today I had a pretty good day. I got up at around... What time did I get up? What time did I get up this morning? Yeah, I got up around like 10:30, 10:20, 10:10, around 10. And I got up and... What did I have for breakfast? I didn't eat breakfast, actually. I got up 10, 10, 10, 10, 20, 10, 30, 10, 40, 10, 50, not 11. I got up and I made myself... I just said I didn't have breakfast. What am I talking about? I didn't have breakfast. I got in the shower. I hopped in the shower. I grabbed a box of Cheerios. I remember that. And I hopped in my car and I drove and I ate the Cheerios. And I listened to Big Echo by the Morning Benders on the way to Isabel's house. And I was eating Cheerios and they were stinky and they stunk. And I ate them without milk, which I usually do. People say it's weird, but I'm like, I don't think it's weird. I think they taste good without the milk on it, in it, or around it, in a bowl with milk. And so I got, then I ate, I got maybe a fourth of the bag. I was just eating and 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 eating. And eating. So that was that. And then I put the Cheerios away. And then I sat on her couch, played with her dog. And then I left. We didn't actually. There were no words exchanged. We didn't say anything to each other. I did exactly what I said. I did, and Then I left there. Then I went home and I had a pretty bad headache, so actually, no, I didn't go home right after. I went to Providence. Yeah, I went to Providence. How did I forget that? I went to Providence and I went to Thayer Street and I went to this Mexican place, and I wish I was kidding, but I pooped my intestinal organ system out entirely. I feel awful right now. I'm probably gonna have to go back to the bathroom again, because it has been going on for around 8 hours now, just on and off diarrhea. And I wish I was kidding. This isn't like one of those jokes where it's like, oh, he went to a Mexican restaurant and he's joking about having a poop because he got bad diarrhea. No, I am not joking. Okay. It has been on and off all day, and I just feel just my butthole. It hurts. It's painful. I had to start wiping with tissues because the toilet paper I was using was too rough on me, and so I had to use aloe lubricated lotion tissues. Just so my anus doesn't start hurting awfully. It was awful. And it's really creamy down there. It just feels creamy and uncomfortable, and it's not fun. It's not fun. I had the nachos, and you know what? They weren't even good. I had the nachos, and I saw the nachos there. It was set up. It was like an imitation Chipotle. This place, they had a lot more options, but and the nachos were in a container next to the lettuce, and he kind of just grabs the nachos, which looked like freaking any nacho you can buy at Stop and Shop, any tortilla chip, and he just puts it in a foam freaking container, throws some cheese down, maybe like freaking 2 pieces of chicken. There was like no chicken on my thing. I was pissed. Throws it all together and he stuffs it in the microwave. And I'm watching him do it. I mean, that's they do not care. They do not care at this place. They'll just throw it in the microwave in front of you. Like, yeah, it's microwaved. You know, that's, you know, we don't bake our nachos like normal places. We don't pop it in the oven for a little bit just to get that cheese melted. You know what I mean? No. We put it in the microwave. That's how we do things. So anyway, that is what I ate. Oh, and then, you know, you go down the line, you could put like a sauce or you can put sour cream on it. And I asked for extra sour cream, so I knew the nachos were gonna taste awful. I could have just walked out of there, honestly. I mean, they were, you know, the place was set up where I could just freaking walk out if I just was not feeling it after watching it being taken out of the microwave. But anyway, so we go down the line, and he gives me extra sour cream, which was a fantastic decision in hindsight. And then there was this orange caustic buffalo looking sauce at the end, and for some reason I was like, I told the guy, I said, coat my nachos in that sauce. Coat my nachos. Okay, but what they don't tell you is that this is the hottest goddamn sauce that they friggin' got there. And I wanted to enjoy these awful nachos, you know, without, you know, feeling intense pain in my mouth and lips. Okay, because that's all that hot sauce does. It makes the experience hurt. It makes eating food painful. That's what hot sauce is doing. It's not about the taste. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, so he throws on the sauce, and I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be a nice mild buffalo, you know, creamy sauce. It looks so freaking good, right? So I pay for it. It was like $9.75. He gives me 2 dimes and a penny. That wasn't funny. He gives me 2 dimes and a penny back. I was like, I didn't say anything. You know. Obviously, this guy is blind if he mistook a nickel for a penny. I mean, they're different colors and different sizes, you know. Anyway, so I get wrong change. I was pissed. No, I wasn't. I didn't care. I dropped the penny, so it didn't even matter. It didn't matter. So I take the nachos outside to the front of the store. They have chairs and not a desk, but a table. Anyway, so I go to the table with the chairs. They are wire mesh chairs, and they were uncomfortable. And the umbrella had Coca-Cola bottles on it, and I go over and I take a seat. And I open my nachos, and I take one bite, and I start crying to myself next to this table of 4 women that are laughing and having a good time, and I'm by myself eating nachos, you know, maybe like 2 pounds of nachos, and I take one bite, and my mouth is on fire. It hurts to breathe. I couldn't breathe because I got a big chunk of sauce in there. A chunk, and I was so upset that I chose this sauce. And you know what the problem with this friggin' sauce was? The problem with this friggin' sauce is it was disgusting too. It wasn't even like a good hot sauce, you know, because there's some hot sauces that will make you rethink your existence, but they taste excellent, right? And this one, it was awful because it was like a Tabasco. It was like a vat of Tabasco that the guy just took liberties with, and he just freaking just poured it like all over the nacho plate. Okay, like he was pouring a drink. Okay, for these nachos, they were dehydrated. It was disgusting. It was like a Tabasco freaking spice sauce. You don't make a sauce and the base is Tabasco. Okay, no. You can make a sauce and the base can be Tabasco, but the whole sauce can't be Tabasco. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's just disgusting. It is just a pot of Tabasco at that point. Yeah, you can sprinkle freaking garlic in it or something. I don't know or lime, a little bit of lime, but it's Tabasco, really. And he's scooping it and pouring it on, not even warning me. Like, are you sure? Yeah. So I get back to my house after that. An awful ride home. I was struggling to take in air in order to continue living, and I get home, I park my car, and I have this awful headache, but I have to poop, but I fall asleep for like an hour and a half, and then my mom comes home with Chinese food. She comes home with Chinese food, and so of course I'm gonna eat it. Like, I'm not hungry. I just had a plate of nachos, and you know what? I did finish the nachos. It was an awful experience. I hated every second of it. I ran out of water in the middle of it, and the water didn't do much. I mean, it was a lukewarm water, even though they had it in the cooler, but the cooler was not on. It was a lukewarm water. And it really just, honestly, it hurt more every sip I took, but it felt like it actually, it didn't feel like it was working. It just presented me with the illusion that I was relieved of this hotness, but of course I'm not. Of course I'm gonna eat the Chinese food, right? So I start eating the sesame chicken with pork fried rice, which I've repeatedly told my mom that I prefer white rice, but I keep getting pork fried rice for some reason. That's beyond me. I don't know why. And in the middle of dinner, I had to excuse myself to excrete the nachos. And then I came back and I finished the sesame chicken. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever done. And it has been on and off since then. The headache is gone, thankfully, but the diarrhea is not.